Number 10. Here it is, last quarterback prospect. Now, my number 10, it's not anybody else's number 10, I'll tell you that. This is my wild card pick, my way out in left field. I'm going to go with quarterback Malik Cunningham out of the University of Louisville. Now, there are a few players that skill sets will translate better to the pros than Malik Cunningham's will, such as like Peyton Ramsey out of Northwestern or Brock Purdy out of Iowa State. But I wanted this pick to be someone who's a long shot but really has the talent. That's why I'm going with dual threat quarterback Malik Cunningham. If I'm being honest, I wasn't even too sure if Cunningham was going to enter the draft this year. It was a little questionable with the research I did. So, like on Twitter, he would say stuff like, "Can't believe another one's leaving me from Louisville." But he did say it to like all the seniors at the Senior Bowl. I think that's what he was talking about. From the other signs I saw, he is entering the draft. I personally didn't watch much Louisville football this year, and there's a very solid reason why. They weren't good. I wasn't going to waste my time watching a bad football team. Cardinals would go 4-7 this year in an average at best ACC. They had a few close ones. 5-point loss to Notre Dame, 3-point loss to 21 ranked Pitt. And actually, when I was looking at their games, they were a lot closer than I thought. 7-point loss here, 14-point loss there. Maybe I'm just not giving that team enough credit. Maybe they were a little bit good. The record doesn't say that. 4-7 is not that good. For Cunningham's stats, they could have definitely looked better if he wanted to really jolt his draft stock up. A quick look at his 2019 stats showed 20 touchdowns and 5 picks, pretty good ratio, and 6 rushing touchdowns on the ground. That was his 2019 year. That was his first year as a starter at quarterback. In 2018, Louisville just used him to really run the ball. Something that I will end up talking about later, his ability to run the ball. Very impressive. Second full year as a starter, Cunningham would throw for 2,617 yards, 20 pass touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. Not as good as a ratio as he would want, or what he put up in his sophomore year, but he makes up for what he can do on the ground. Cunningham would have 609 rushing yards and 17 touchdowns, including a 197-yard game against in a 31-17 loss to Virginia. So now to look at the most impressive piece of the game, that's going to be his running ability at quarterback. I do say that because I believe that Cunningham is a quarterback who doesn't look to run or take off. He's not a runner looking to throw. He's a quarterback who can take off when he needs to. But what he can do on the ground is amazing. Cunningham does have a little bit of Lamar Jackson in him. He's got that really quick on his feet, blazing sideline to sideline speed. He can cut on a dime. But he doesn't have that top gear that Lamar has, but no one has that at the quarterback position. His athletic ability is off the charts. It's easily one of the best when it comes to the draft. Another impressive piece of Cunningham's game is going to be his on-the-run accuracy. At times, while not on the move, Cunningham will miss wide-open targets and underthrows receivers here and there, but when he's on the move, he's one of the best in the class. He can hit players in stride and can throw it into tight windows while scrambling, and he uses momentum while he's running, so like to thrust his hips into it, to put more behind the balls, and he could struggle sometimes getting velocity there, but not really while he's throwing on the run. The final positive I'll look at is his ability in the pocket, something that I think it's underrated in his game. For a quarterback known for his running ability, he's been impressive in the pocket. While in the pocket, he is constantly scanning the field, keeping an eye on the receivers and the defenders at all time. He struggles at recognizing blitzes, but when he does, he makes good decisions on what to do with the ball, whether it's to scramble, to throw it away, or just hit the safety route in his check down. Now, he isn't the perfect quarterback, and let's just say he's pretty far from it. There's a reason why scouts either have him going in the 7th round or being completely undrafted. For starters, his accuracy isn't pro-ready. He can be efficient when it comes to short and medium routes, most likely because that's all he really threw at Louisville. They'd run like 100 RPOs a game in Louisville. Nothing he can control. That's just Louisville's offense. His deep ball has shown promise, but in general, from short to deep, there's work that needs to be done. He rarely overthrows his target, but rather underthrows them, and this can be attested to his less than desirable arm strength. It's not that he can't unload it deep, because he can. 50 yards plus in the air wasn't really a problem for him in college, but it's just that the time that the ball gets there, every defender on the field and their mom will be ready to intercept it. He just puts, since the ball speed and the velocity behind the throws is below average, he puts a large arc on his throws, and it just gives more time for the defense to get to there. Now, his throws while being pressured are just not there. It all starts with how well you recognize pressure and how like you can see when defenders are coming, and that's a skill that Cunningham struggles at. When pressure comes and he doesn't see it, he can't use his legs to maneuver, and he begins to panic, and there's just a huge drop off in his passer rating when the defense gets to him. For comparison, there aren't many players that play like him, so I'll have to go with either Lamar Jackson or Robert Griffin III. I don't think Cunningham's passing ability is as good as either of the two comparisons when they left college, or really his game in general, but the dual threat ability just makes you think of those two. I'd probably go more to Robert Griffin III rather than Jackson because of the similar sizes. Griffin stands at 6'2", 210, and Cunningham is 6'1", 200. Plus, I just think Lamar Jackson's game is just, it's not comparable. There's no one else that plays identical to Lamar Jackson. Now, to where I think Cunningham will go in the draft. This is hard because I don't really know. What I do know is it's going to be a late pick, somewhere in the realm of 6th to 7th round. But hey, he can be that diamond in the rough that people are looking for. If he does end up getting drafted, I'll go with the Arizona Cardinals, I guess. You get Kyler Murray, a young backup who plays similar with the running ability. Now, if he doesn't get drafted, I 110% guarantee he will be on the Baltimore Ravens practice squad 30 minutes after the draft. Just like how Tyler Huntley was last year coming out of Utah State, yeah. The Ravens like to play this game where take away quarterbacks that play like Lamar Jackson so other teams can't game plan around him. You can see RG3, McSorley, or Tyler Huntley. The Ravens need a new practice squad quarterback because they have elevated Tyler Huntley to the roster, released Robert Griffin III, and I think they, with the connections through Lamar Jackson with Louisville, who Lamar Jackson was there his 2017 season. Malik Cunningham didn't play in 2017, but he was at Louisville. He redshirted, so he did know Lamar Jackson through the quarterback room. I think that's where Cunningham ends up if he goes undrafted. Now, those are my top 10 quarterbacks. Back in episode 1, I guess it's probably the same as the episodes, so I'll probably just put them all together. I did say that I'll be breaking down probably 5 running backs, maybe 10. I don't know. This took a while to do. Each quarterback took about 2-3 hours of game film, including 2-3 hours of like what I thought they had to work on in like pro comparison. So probably about a 40-hour project. But I'm glad I got it done. I think it's really good. I can't wait to do the rest of the positions. If you enjoy these videos, like, subscribe, and let me know what else I should work on. Have a good one.